Welcome everyone. Hopefully the stream is working as it should. Hopefully I've set up the audio correctly and I've essentially done everything correctly. It's been a while, hasn't it? About 5 years since my last live stream. A lot has changed since. Now an adult. I think it's been more than 5 years even. I'm closing in on about 8 or 9 years. That said, I'm now an adult. I have responsibilities. I'm working. But I also want to get back into streaming. So, hopefully, that is something we are able to do a bit more consistently right now. One thing which hasn't changed is that I still play Minecraft. You might have followed it in the background. Originally, my channel was based around Minecraft. It was called The Minecraft Maker. Some of you might remember. Most of you probably won't. Yeah. A lot has changed over the years. Now, since it is my first stream pack, I do want to check if the stream is working properly. So, I'm just really going to open a new tab. Do you want to check turn off my own audio properly? I'm going to see if the stream works in 1060. I'm just going to open a new tab. I think it should. But yeah, you just never know. It does. Okay. Brilliant. I think it should. Right. Let's go back to my live dashboard. It does. Okay. Hopefully the audio works correctly. I'm going to test that real quick as well. Right. But again, I just want to give you an audio. It does. Okay. Hopefully the audio works correctly. I'm going to test that real quick as well. Right. But again, I think the audio is a bit violent still, isn't it? It does. Okay. Hopefully the audio works correctly. I'm going to test that real quick as well. Try it now. Right. But again, I think the audio is a bit violent still, isn't it? It does. Okay. Hopefully the audio works correctly. I'm going to test that real quick as well. Try it now. Right. But again, I think the audio is a bit violent still, isn't it? This is causing a horrible echo. So sorry to anyone who is listening now. I should have tested this beforehand, shouldn't I? Some things never change, does it? Oh, the stream bitrate is a bit lower. Right, let me just quickly check that out. Into my OBS settings. I've been talking a lot about me right now, but how are you guys been? Obviously, it's been a really long time. I'm also privy to the fact that I don't have any viewers yet, which is okay. Well, which is okay. However, I'm gonna check out now. Which is okay. However, I'm gonna check out now. Which is okay. However, right, I believe my desktop audio might be a bit too loud, but it's also overshadowing my own microphone a little bit. I think the audio settings are correct now, or at least as good as it can be in this sense. Henceforth, I will be going back into Minecraft. Now, into the meat and potatoes of it. This Minecraft world is... it's a forever world. And what I've done is... I've taken... the stream warning is now healthy again. That's good. Essentially, I've taken the mod pack called Graftoria. I've added a load of mods to it. And this is what it ended up being. So we've got a lot of mods, a lot of different building blocks. We've got a lot of alternate dimensions we can go into. You can see I've got a bit of chest storage with sophisticated storage, a lot of items. Yeah, for me right now it's just kind of also figuring out how can I make this format work? Because obviously again, I am aware of the fact that I have about 200 subscribers, none of which I believe will still tune in, which is absolutely fine. As I write in the description, me, this is not about getting viewers. It's, well, I would be playing Minecraft now anyway, so why would I not stream it as well? I think there is a thing to be said there. Maybe get some viewers in on the action. This is a server that is ran between my best friend and myself. So that means... Oh shit. Nice, caught that really nicely. First server of the stream. It's in. Let's go. But yeah, it's a server from that my mate and I have made. I'm going to actually, what I'm going to do is I'll walk you through it. I think that will be quite nice. So as you can see, this pagoda structure over here, we didn't actually build. This pagoda structure was created by Worldgen. It's a part of the Craftoria mod, the mod pack at least. And I'm terrified to go in there. You see, there are creatures in here. I'm just gonna call them creatures that are essentially skeletons with spiders on their heads. Arachnophobia hasn't changed for me. That is also why I'm running the resource pack, no spiders, which replaces spiders with slimes. Still arachnophobic. Nothing has changed in that regard in the past few years. But we decided, we spawned here, right? Literally, I believe we literally spawned here in the Worldgen, right where that building is right there. Okay. So we decided to create this place and we called it the Buddy Bunker. It would be nice if I were to show you guys around a little bit. This is one of the first chests. I think this is the first chest we placed actually. Started farming a little bit as well. Trapdoor, go in, oops. Then here, a lot of saplings, a lot of seeds and like wooden tools. You guys have that as well in Minecraft servers where you start, you try to sort everything really nicely, and at a certain point there is like a point where you don't really see the effectiveness of it anymore because a lot of things are not being sorted. Until you figure out another way to make it sort itself. Well, I don't know. That's kind of how it went for us. These were the first two locations of our beds, which are now being commemorated with banners. Then we go down into the actual bunker. And we used to have a lot of furnaces over here. Furnaces? Whatever. Mob items. Which, again, is all just a bit of a mishmash now. This used to be our food chests. Crafting table over here. Some wooden blocks. All of our ore. Some stone chests. And my best friend over here. Oh, we have a little alchemy brewery over here. We've got our magic with Ars Nouveau. And an enchantment table with, I believe, max stats. Yeah. Max stats. A player head. Some obsidian. So my mate actually still uses this bunker as his base of operations. Right here. He's got a parrot. I believe he's got 2 little wolves. And let's collect that pearl. Not here anyway, so he won't notice. Some nether wart. Some cave vines. Yeah. Oh, slime. Nice. We'll need that for create mod. And he's got his other chests over here. But like it's his little place. That makes sense. That doesn't mean that I'm not. He's got his own little well. That doesn't mean that I'm not allowed to use his items. It's just. Does he have? Oh, the bugger has a farm over here. I never knew that. Bloody hell. Anyway, that said, so he's got his own little base over here. And we use each other's items, as long as we just ask each other. This is how our like the first place in our server. Got a little anvil over here. Box. Or my first personal chest, which it's got a heart of the deep in it, so make of that what you will. Another chest with deep slate in it. Another with redstone and some other materials. A lot of spawners. Guard villager, because why not? There's a bed over here. Some more stone bricks. As you can see, the FPS tanks right here because lots of load in actually. And this was my own personal storage for the first, like, I don't know, first 3 weeks or so of the server. I'm gonna grab those braziers actually because I really want them. Yeah. Tools. As you can see, we also have level loot. It's, I don't know which mod it is a part of, but it is a part of a mod. Yeah. This is the original buddy bunker. If I go up here, linked to a cave for mining. But you can also see we have a generator, anvil, some more cave, two chests, but also a lava lake under our house. Yes, it is for the metallurgical fuses and a heat generator. So I have dabbled into mechanism on it as well. Stone, more stone, more stone. Here is a lot of ore and ingots. These were my first blast furnaces. The cube, which is part of, I believe, bank storage. More chest. But some more furnaces. Oh, stone. Brilliant. We'll need that. Yeah, and then we have the stairway up to the Buddy Bunker Mansion. This was my first real build of the server, of the save. Right, it's got a sink, it's got a shitter. Hopefully that doesn't actually cause me any issue if I swear, because I do like to swear quite a bit. Here is our little wing with jewel crafting, salvaging, and another jewel crafting station, and an anvil for repairs. Some more gems. Fun part of this server is that every item, you hear my helmet for one, fire protection respiration 6, fire protection 8 I should say, respiration 6, aqua affinity, unbreaking 7, life mending 3, and mana boost. Now respiration allows you the user to breathe longer underwater, reduces the effects of fire damage, burn time. Mana boost is really cool because it increases my maximum mana, and we'll get that up a little bit later. Life mending consumes received healing to repair items, which basically negates the need to use an anvil. And life mending 3 basically sets more healing towards my gear. It's really useful. And of course, aqua affinity increases mining speed while underwater. You can see this mod comes from the Twilight Forest because it's a blessed night metal helmet. So we also have Twilight Forest. I did not go in there because of the spiders. You can see another one. A lot of buffs. I like for the challenge progression, quite far in this, as is my friend. We've been playing on easy so far, but I'm looking at increasing the difficulty all the way up to, I want to say, medium. I'm quickly going on my phone. You might hear some Pokemon Go sounds. But I'm quickly going on my phone in order to check out if this stream actually works on mobile as well. And I should have probably tested this earlier, but I feel like the sound is still quite low, if I'm honest. Coming into OBS again, I'm gonna try to figure out if that is least. Maybe I just need to speak louder, I don't know. I hate yelling. Right. That is something I can figure out later down the line. I'm going to put down here. If anyone by chance is watching this stream, then I want to say welcome to you. I decided to pick up streaming again after quite a lengthy delay. Well, not a delay, just a lack of streaming for a long time. I'm quickly going through my my little house, a little big mansion that we built. Over here we have a computer. There is really little you can do on it. You can play versus the AI. I am absolutely shite at this game. I also don't know how to play it, so... Oh, it's with the arrows. Okay. Well, let's see if we can beat the AI at paddleball. I have no... Oh, shit. Look, there we go. Ah. There we go. Wash. Right. Ah, that was an open goal. That was such a poor... Oh my god, I'm absolutely terrifically bad at this game. But yeah, I have no idea what all these mean. I only know that I can do certain smart home things on here. You might also have noticed that the time is set to 9 AM. And that's because I want to get into building a bit later down the stream. Jesus. What a voice crack. And I really want to be able to build without it turning to night and having to go to sleep and all of that jazz. Remember to stay hydrated. That said, we also have a television. Yeah, this is the buddy bunker. That's the first floor. In my save, in my world, I have made it a point to log what we're doing very well. Maybe one day I will make this server actually go public, or at least I will share one of the, like a link to the save file from an earlier save, so you can check it out yourself. And in here, we have basically logged every single thing of the world. And as we are as we are building things again, I want to log it. There's some paintings, a few villagers which are stuck on the table for some reason. Come on, James, get off the table, bro. I know you want to get back to your workplace, but is this workplace harassment? Oh, it's the carpet, isn't it? AI is so dumb in this game. The villager AI. Hey, Carl, you're a librarian now, bruv. Wait, we've got a little kitchen with our range hood, with a microwave, with a freezer and a fridge, and a cooler. And then we have a little woodcutting. Again, this project isn't finished. I'm very good at starting projects and not finishing them. But yeah, that is a thing for later. So here we have a little view, which is now completely obfuscated by this incredibly large storage unit. I really need to find a way around that. Somehow. A little bathtub. This was supposed to be the bathroom. This is the bedroom for my best friend. Which... he's a real functional type of person. You know the type of person that will go and buy a house, and he will have camping chairs as his actual chairs. Some, like, upside down beer crate as his table. His bed will just be a bed, and he will have a desk and stuff. Like, he will just literally need the basics. Alright, in my room I like to have a few tables, maybe some drawers, or... oh yeah, I have the flamethrower as well. That's really cool. Anyway, yeah, I like my... Is that a bell going off, by the way? A bit odd. Anyway, so this is the second floor. I need to remember to keep closing the doors. There we go.
fence so that we don't accidentally fall down and snap our ankles. And now we move over to the top floor. Oof, that kind of scared me there. So there's a fan, some solar lanterns. Hopefully there are no mobs in here. Something really cool about my car's roofs is they open up. So you can literally open up your roofs. Plus they give a nice source of light. I'm really fond of this mod by my car. I think it's a really nice addition to the game. And I would, if you are a builder, these mods are, I want to say they are almost mandatory, in a sense. Since they just offer you so much flexibility in your builds. So anyway, this is the Buddy Bunker Mansion. I'm now going outdoors again. Which, I really like this system. It's our redstone door. We've got a little mailbox, which I've called it the Buddy Base. And it literally does almost nothing. It's just fun to me. I don't know why. Anyway, we have our little farm over here. Let's just grab all the wheat as we are going along. Needed to make bread for the villagers anyway. We've got some demon dream seeds. I've got no clue what they are doing at the moment. Just know it exists. Let's take up some more of the wheat seeds. There we go. Some coffee. The most addictive stuff in the world. Let's just throw that out for now. And let's put this out for the wheat seeds. Just plant 2 seeds over there. I'll put the seeds up there alongside coffee beans. Do I put those seeds in there? I don't think Mum will be all the way happy with that, so I won't. I'll just put it up in the chest. There we go. So this is our storage. Why are you two up here? As you can see, it's not finished yet because frankly, we've not had any use for it, so being so large yet. Yeah, I'm gonna unfortunately move. Myself. Yeah, not much to see here yet. One thing to notice is that we do have 90 blocks of diamonds, which is, you might say, quite a lot. Once you get into mechanism and like pneumatic stuff and stuff. Top quality sentence there. The need for diamonds kind of picks up again. Because there is a certain point where you don't really need diamonds anymore. And I really like that mechanism and pneumatic power and advanced energetics and those kinds of mods. I really like that they make you use the... Pardon me. They make you use the diamonds again. Like, the diamonds will actually have a use again. Let's take those copper rods. And let's take these iron plates. Because we might need them down the line. This is one of my first, like, crushing and grinding areas. With actual mechanism. Oxygen tanks, hydrogen tanks. Oxidizers, infusers. The whole shebang. As you can see. Actually, let me take that quartz, because I might need that. Take the gunpowder out. I will need the quartz for what I want to build. I still have my wrench on me. Yes, I do. The ender pearls, we can let them be for a little bit. Yeah, I'm gonna sort all this stuff out off stream. Let's see. There's nothing in the smelting factory, that's okay. Got all my powders here. actually going to take that with me. Because I will show you guys that in the next, like in the build coming up. Chicken, why not? Leave that for a villager to collect. I also like naming all my villagers, so if you're in the stream and you'd like to be named after a villager, let me know and I will, yeah, name the next villager after you. Yeah, have that cooked chicken, lads. Cheers. So here is a little barn. Some animal spawners. Nothing too fancy, just a thing. I've got a dynamic tank with water and a dynamic tank with crude oil. I don't know why there's snow here. Either way, there we go. Now, let's move down to Fairwater. I made it a thing because again my friend is quite utilitarian. Utilitarian? Well, that word. So he's not too... He likes it when something looks nice, but he can't be asked to make it look nice, if that makes sense. That's with all due respect. Here's a tree farm. Either way, I made it a point to try and make the world look a bit pretty, and not in the oh my gosh, look at how pretty this all looks kind of way. No, in the... To me, it's really important in Minecraft. There's a lot of creativity. There's a lot of freedom, which kind of feels closely to myself. And in that, I find it really important to, like, make things look nice. If I go into a house here, the house is, like, the decorations is something I definitely want to improve at. Because I'm not really too good at it yet. But from an exterior point of view, the idea for this house was for it to be a 3-in-1. So you'd have stores, and on the top floors, you'd have actual living areas, as you would find in a mostly medieval village slash city slash town. Right, you'd have a few shops, few beds on the top floor. People who own the shop usually sleep upstairs. That's usually how things went in the medieval times. And this town is... Oh, hey, Hugo. This town is largely based... Oh yeah, I never made a stairs here. Bloody hell. But yeah, it's kind of based on that. What are you trades? Yeah, I'm quite a pyromancer. Okay, yeah. Whatever. Oh, it's raining. Bollocks. Oh well. Here is a little blacksmith. Again, I suck at decorating interiors, so if there is something you want to teach me, let me know. But yeah, a little blacksmith, a little lava pool. Some more smelting chests, mainly because I'm a lazy bugger. Here's a really cool chest, by the way. It's from the Twilight Forest. I love this chest. It's so nice. Well, we also have a little area here. Jason, what are you doing, bro? Either way. Yeah. This was supposed to be a bridge to a port of the town, which will come at some point. Not sure when. Here is our university. I'm quite proud of this interior, actually. We've got Warphol, our master librarian. He is in charge of the university in Fairwater. And we've got Luke, who is the novice librarian, and also the student of Warphol. Archivocal logbook, which is really cool. It's part of, I believe, Iron's Spell and Spellbooks mod. But here we have the Lectern of Fairwater, and how Fairwater was being formed. Again, carrying on the lore that is in that I want to have in the world. Warphol is a master librarian, which means he's got some trades. He's also got some item tags. If I look at my cube, I've got about 1,500 emeralds, so plenty for trades. I just don't want to spend it all on trades. Anyway, let's close this door. Right. This is what I really love about the create mod. So in here, it's a large door, it's a mechanism, and the door closes. I think that is a fantastic mod to create. Sadly, I don't think I'm able to create really large structures with it because of the tick rate. Anyway, that is a point for later. We move on to the second floor now, which is dedicated to necromancy, or at least dark magic, as highlighted by the door, which is not in theme of the rest of the build. And here we have some inscription tables, we've got some spruce planks. This is kind of like a biologist slash alchemy portion of the academy. And again, an unfinished area here is the headmaster office. I still need to complete this. It's one of those things, you started, you want to finish it, but you just don't know how to finish it, so you never really finish it, kind of thing. I hope I can improve in the not so far future. Anyway, a lot of furnaces, we've got some armorers over here, we've got Jess, we've got a villager which I forgot to name. I think this is June. So yeah, a lot of people. I think that's Bruno or Jason. Oh, it's Gennaro, who is the mason. I've got a lot of villagers, so I forget the names every now and then. Yeah, this is the blacksmith. Fairwater was the second village, settlement, town that we built. I'm not happy about this actually. I need to sort this out at some point as well. But then we get into Agraria, which is possibly my most favorite build that I've ever made on Minecraft. I've got some Sakura over here. The idea was kind of you can shelter from the rain here, but also a little altar or whatever. Some more set decoration. We've got some huge trees over there. Yeah, I don't want to carry a shield around here. Got some cherry leaves over here. We've got a little farming area. Our flax is actually done, which is really cool. Really good. Oh. Let's see, what is this? It's flaxseed, so let's put that back. Does the flaxseed just always get removed? Well, whatever. Actually, let's put some of this in our backpack. Some straw as well. Maybe make the straw hat. Some of the straw hat pirates. Some One Piece, I don't know. I forgot to name these villages, but they're basically trapped here forever, and they are the market villages, right? So if we put this up, they're basically the market stalls closed. Put it down, market stalls open. Same thing going here. I rarely trade with these guys because it's more just for the atmosphere of the world. Well, we've got some more fields over here. So if you might have noticed, but Agraria is a country which main focus lies in shock agriculture. Yeah, I know. Super creative name as well. Yeah. Don't know what else to say really. Anyway, so that's one of the houses. You might have spotted a little field over there. I'm gonna grab my broom, which is part of the, I believe it's the Ars Nouveau Relic mod. Yeah, Relic required Ars Nouveau. But let me upgrade my night vision goggles real quick. Really cool with the night vision goggles. I have them off now, but if I turn them on, like I can the dark areas light up a little bit more. I've also got Iris, which is kind of optifine but newer. The reason I say I'm really proud of Agraria is because even without a texture pack, or well, I feel even without shaders, this city carries, or this town carries a very nice ambiance. So it's just, it looks nice. It looks really pretty in my eyes. Here is a cafe which I still need, or like, the idea for this was to have it be a mix of a community-centered village. And you can see there's like a lemon tree farm over here. So it's like a plantation kind of idea. Which I think is really cool actually. And then the workers from the lemon tree plantation, they get paid because we don't do slave labor. But it also, there's like a little terrace for the people to enjoy. There are some, like, what do you call them? Like parasols or whatever, which shield the people from the sun. Some vines. And then half of the upstairs area here would be lodging or maybe some storage. You have a little kitchen. Right, and you'd have some worker area over here. Again, I need to finish it still, but for me, one of the things with Minecraft is if I spend too much time in one specific part, it kind of makes me not enjoy it as much. Anyway, we've got a little fountain over here. People can sit over here, look at the flowers. It's a nice community vibe. We've got a waystone in the middle here. You might have noticed it in Fairwater as well. But yeah. Just the waystone is like the center of the town. There is a building I'm really, really proud of though. And it is the cafe. And now you might see why I'm proud of it. I feel like this is probably one of my most nice looking interiors that I've ever made. And I know it might still look a bit shit. But to me it's really nice. We've got a little pizza over here, we've got a fireplace, we've got a chimney. This is like the kitchen area of the cafe. Yeah, we've got some seating areas. I've only just noticed as well, if they want to sleep upstairs, they have to get onto the carpet, which NPCs or villagers don't particularly like. So, yeah, bit shit. But let's remove that. There we go. Anyway, here is another lectern, and this is how Agraria was built. The first 3 of those lecterns are all in past tense, because they were written after the fact. The next settlement we're going to will be written during the fact, and that gives it a really nice little lore dump. That makes sense. I'm still a bit sad because I've not done the upstairs section of the cafe, but with the downstairs section I'm really, really happy. And this is Rowan. Yep, it is. Rowan is the mason of Agraria. We've also got a butcher, which is located really nicely here. It is located next to a building which, again, not really too much in depth, but it's got some cows which are out of their pens for some reason. There are also cows outside. The butcher hosts his own, has his own cattle. Oh, this cow is a bit curious, isn't he? And thus, he can smoke his own meat and be a butcher. Anyway, again, another unfinished interior. This building here was supposed to kind of be the barracks, or the guard house for Agraria, whilst also providing some lodgings. Again, not finished, but it's all good. Oh, there's my mob farm, which looks ridiculously ugly. It looks hideous almost, but right. We'll have to deal with that at some point, I suppose. Got an acacia log, or a tree over there, sorry. A little, Oh! Tag! You've become a leather worker. Brilliant. None of you are actual clerics though, which is kind of a bit shit, but... Right. We've got a Fletcher over here. I believe he's called Jackson. Yes, he is. I don't really bother with a Fletcher, because... Well, my bow kind of has... We have 48 arrows. We still have 48 arrows. It's got an infinite quiver. Which you might say is really broken. Yes, it absolutely bloody is. But I'm not complaining. And here is one of my most favorite builds of this little town. It's a little windmill. I'm Dutch. And wouldn't be Dutch without a little windmill. Got a hand crank on this. But on the inside, it's removed now. But the point of this building was to have it mix things like an actual windmill would. It would kind of crush the grain or wheat, so you can make bread or stuff out of that. We've got some water wheels, which I'm really happy with. This bridge, I think, looks phenomenally nice. I've been able to make like a box, like a power box. That still looks a bit nice. And we go onto the bridge. There's some obsidian, which I used to... Well, you'll see it in a little bit. This bridge, I think it looks absolutely brilliant. There's some sheep over there. Yeah. Like this, mate. This looks bloody brilliant, doesn't it? Oh, it looks so good. The enemies you might be seeing on a minimap are actually the shrimps. You can see the shrimp, like the one of the things on the minimap is now gone. I was gonna point to it, but I realized you guys can't see it. Bit idiotic, but whatever. Right, time to hop onto the broom. I started to build a path over here. That's something I need to do as well. I need to make a path all the way over to the next building, the next project, which we are going to be working on today, which is called Whitwallow. You might think, well, that's quite a ludicrous name for a build. It is. And then you see it. Now, you might remember the obsidian that I told you about earlier. This building is absolutely colossal. We've got copper on the sides here. There's another world-generated building, which is really cool. But yeah, obsidian, copper, tough, I believe deep slate as well. All polished, and they all form the base of this massive, ancient copper city. Basically, right, in the lore of the server, of the city, the world, there was the apocalypse. And it's a really, really, really not cliche, a really non-cliche, what do you say, that type of story premise. But in this story, the apocalypse is actually the end. Right? So the end, the Endermen, they all came, they brought a blight with them, corrupted a whole lot of the world. And Whitwallow is one of the ancient cities where the dwarves resided. Whitwallow is also a city. Love the create mod. Look at this. Look at the fact that we were able to make a gate that opens up like this. It goes all the way up, but I don't want my villagers to kind of wander out and about in the wild. So Whitwallow was... well, yeah. Whitwallow was the stronghold of the dwarves, and in universe, the dwarves were... okay, where are you at? Were this really, really advanced... oh, he's right over there. But they were this really advanced race that was incredibly technically gifted. But here is where it deviates from the normal fantasy settings. Because usually the dwarves are just that, right? They're super advanced. They're a highly advanced race. And that's kind of where it ends. In this universe, the dwarves are also extremely good battle strategists. Oh yeah, he's probably spawned in the hollow part of... That is a bit shit. Is that a door knight? This is really hard on the broomstick. Genuinely, a lot of credit to Harry Potter. Alright. Why am I only now getting the sniper duel? Kill a skeleton from 50 meters away. Okay. Real. Either way. Yeah, this is incredible gameplay, guys. I'm so sorry. This is brilliant viewing. It must be. This is going to sound really insensitive, but there is this meme video from a few years back called Two Retards Fighting. That's kind of how this feels. I'm not saying that I or the skeleton are that. I'm just saying that is kind of what it feels like, with all due respect. Are you gonna die, witch? What is over there? Oh, it's an enderman and a zombie. So yeah, a lot of extra mobs as well in this universe, in this mod pack. Yeah. So yeah, again, traditionally, Whitwallow is the dwarven area, the dwarven city, if you will. And because of well, the lore kind of specifies that they have been really small for a really long time. This is the material checklist. Where did I put the lectern for this? Did I put it inside? I think I might have, you know. Yes, I did put it here. So we've now got 34 pages of lore. So they are a highly advanced race. They have a lot of technical ingenuity within them, but because of their warfare acumen, they were also wiped out really quickly by, or not really quickly, I should say. They were also wiped out by the apocalypse, but that was only because pretty much all of society fled to the, well, I'm gonna go on a whim and say three dwarven cities that were kind of seen as bastions of human society, right? Well, at least non-apocalypse human society. This was gonna be an ore mill, but due to server technical difficulties, I am going to break this down because we are not going to be able to have any power to drive it. Basically, what happened was I made a huge steam engine for it, but the game didn't like that and it broke. So we exceeded our tick limit by a lot. So yesterday and the day before, the server was down due to tick limitations, essentially, which is really sad. I think it's quite a shame as well. Actually, let's put this back into our inventory. That and that. So yeah, right now we are going to be continuing on with the actual build of Whitwallow. Hopefully the little server tour has been interesting. Or if it hasn't been, then that's too bad. Let's also take that large cogwheel. I'm going to put that back in. What was that tick? Anyway. Is it gonna be an idea for me if I craft a chest? Again, I've got a lot of wood in my cube still. Oh wait, I have 4 chests. I take that with me. Basically, also, yeah, the relics. I want to get into the relics because I do have a lot of relics, which I kind of like. That said, I am also aware of the fact that having so many relics might take away some of the enjoyment. Stuff like having an infinite ham, right? It's some of you might consider it a bit cheaty, which fair enough. On the other hand, it is my server. It is my gameplay. We have been using them since basically the start of the save that we've done. And we don't have an issue with them, really. The thing is, right, in this mod pack, things do get insane. And I mean that with like good intentions. Essentially, you have so many powerful things you can farm and mine for. So many quality of life that the challenge doesn't really lie in what do you say? Like, the challenge doesn't really necessarily lie in the fact that your gear is good. You have optimizations. It's more just, it's more efficient. And I think being efficient is quite important, as well, you guys will probably know as well from your own experiences, especially if you're an adult. Time is a really valuable thing, and when you have two people who are working nearly full-time jobs, it is just nice to be able to do stuff like this. Hang on, let me take the small square. Just do things like this and mine out 9 dripstone blocks instead of having to do them individually. And I know some Minecraft purists might not necessarily like that, which I understand. But I think it's one of those quality of life features which is quite nice to have. And to me, right, it doesn't really break the game. So that's why we have, like, my friend and I have decided to keep it in. Now, for this, you might think, well, that's great, Bassy Boy, but you've basically built a fuck-off long hallway with nothing in it. And you're right. Because Whitwallow is an underground city. It is a dwarven city, and the dwarves were known for their architectural ingenuity. So essentially, they are known for being able to build huge structures underground and making them work through various means of technical work. And that is something that I do want to put back in. So the apocalypse kind of wipes out all of the dwarves, and we're going to rebuild them. So this area will be one huge marketplace sort of area. Not necessarily maybe a marketplace, but like the idea for the city, and I need to kind of get my speech out more clear, is in the lore where it went wrong the last time was that they built their first layer of this, like the first city layer, built it right in front of the front entrance. And that kind of screwed them over down the line. Now, the point now is that there will be a lift, an elevator, but they also want to have a layer of protection. That's why they built the copper wall right now. That's why they built a really long drawbridge and a gate to fend off potential attackers. Because the dwarves in this universe are... they are really powerful. Like through history, they are probably the most powerful race in terms of, like, military tactics. They are the most advanced race as well. I need to make some sticks. I can make some torches. I'm gonna move over to lanterns. Well, I always forget that recipe. But essentially, they are super competent warriors and fighters. But due to the overwhelming might of the apocalypse, they were overwhelmed. So we're going to be building a more defensible fort, as well as, well, kind of rebuilding them and making them sprawl again. Now, I am really happy with the aesthetics of the outside. The copper looks kind of bland, but it's the outside of a fort, so I'm not too opposed to that. I think there is a lot of power to be found in keeping things a bit more simple as well. So there we go. I think there is a bloody hell. There's a load of coal in here. Yes, there is. There we go. Do it like this. That gives us like 3.5 stacks, doesn't it? Pretty much. Put the sticks back there. We've got 1 compressed coal block, which is essentially 9 of those. Just 2.5 stacks of those. Let's put our sticks back in, and voila. Actually, this. That way, we just put... I got a message. Okay, that way we just basically put that back in there, and we've got 3 and a little bit stacks of coal. Alright, sorry, torches. I nearly forgot that I wanted to make lanterns out of them. So let's get all the iron nuggets, as well as, let's do 3 of those. I am now seeing that we have 2 concurrent viewers. Welcome to the stream if you're new. Hopefully your day has been very, very okay and very nice. I'm trying to revive this channel a little bit. So that might be why. If you're a subscriber from way back when, I hope you might still remember me. I've grown up now. And if you're new here, then it's good to have you. Be sure to say hi in the chat and I will try to reply to you as well. Let's see, let's do this. Let's swap those out. Balance the grid. That gives us 40 lanterns. Actually, let's clear out the grid. Go to those. Throw that away. Right now we're building a place called Whitwallow, which will be an underground city that was originally built by dwarves, but after the apocalypse it got wiped out, and now it's up to us to sort of rebuild it in its traditional glory, which I think is a really fun premise. Actually, over there. Balance the grid. There we go. Alright. I think that's enough lanterns for now. Still have a bit of a, like alternating between torches and lanterns, which is fine. Hopefully the audio and everything else is crystal clear. If it isn't, please also let me know in chat, as I'm still trying to get to grips with the new setup. And I do actually want to have my audio come across as clear as I can possibly get it. Right. With that all being said, let's head back down. Let's excavate some more. Because I am thinking we sort of make this area into a kind of a mix between like market stalls and shops. Right, actually like actual shop buildings. Let's put a lantern down there for now. Also, let me put on the magnetism mod, the relic, which will basically make sure that newly mined things will automatically teleport to us. It's a really good quality of life feature that I enjoy. Also, I am very, am I allowed to say a bit autistic in this sense, where I want everything to kind of look nice and symmetrical. Or is that just me being a weirdo? I don't know. Do let me know in chat. Right. I forgot how large I made this this area. Bloody hell. The right large area, this. Okay. Right, let's mine out the iron anyway. As you can never have enough ore in your... What's it called? You can never have enough ore in your chests. Especially, again, not with the mechanism mod, because I am a big fan of the mechanism mod. But it is resource intensive, man. Jesus. Right, I'm also going to be doing something called a pro gamer move. We'll switch over to the tunnel, the large tunnel tool. And you might notice that my pickaxe is not really losing any durability, which is what I told in the stream a bit earlier. It is to do with the life mending enchantment, which basically makes it so that everything whenever I heal, my healing goes into my tools, which allows me to have pretty much infinite durability as long as, well, oops, Jesus Christ. Hey Shag, what are you doing here? Being in my way, eh? You have any nice trades? Sadly not. Terribly sorry, trader, but yeah. You need to get some better wares if you want me to buy them. Oh man, excavating areas like this really does become quite a chore. That doesn't mean that, I mean, yeah, I've basically just described Minecraft, I know, but still. Anyway. You know, the other thing I could do is just use World Edit to remove all of the stone in here. Which, to be fair, if things become ridiculously large, I'm not opposed to doing. It's just I wanna not do that for as long as I don't have to. I hope that makes sense. That said, I'm looking at this now and it will take an absolute eternity. So I will just quickly do it this way. I'll quickly set it to air. Actually, we'll just do it this way. This is just my lazy side shining through. Because there was no reason for me to remove this second bit, which I did anyway. Anyway, that said, let's get on to the broom. Let's put up some lanterns. Oops. Some lanterns like halfway over each side. Right. In terms of how I want this to look, I've obviously gone for a woven stone pattern with a smooth stone like skeleton / window next to it, around it, over it. And that is all good. I think that's really nice. But I also think there is a value in using some different stones and using some different materials altogether now for the floor. So here's what I want to do for this. I want to use a bit of andesite. I want to use a bit of granite. Does granite look good? And try it out. And I also want to use stone itself. As I think it could be really nice if we could mine some of that. Let me turn off my magnet so I don't accidentally screw up the machine in there. That's sad. Let me just fill this up with stone. Put them into this machine. Or into this chest, I'm sorry. Put some andesite into this as well. And I want to put some granite into this. Essentially, I want to grab one of each. I'm gonna put them into the mason table. And I want to see what kind of flooring could be nice. So immediately, I think like this, it won't look good. Not as a wall or as a floor. Right? I'm not really too excited about that. Now, I also want to have a block as the floor that I think, you know, it will connect. This really gives me like 1980s kitchen vibes. And remember, it also needs to work well with the other, like with the other blocks. Right? As for stone, like a stone road could be nice. I just really need to have a little gander through this now and just have a look at what kind of flooring is nice. If you are watching the stream, welcome. And on that note, if you are watching, we're now making a floor for Whitwallow, which is our dwarven city. And I really need to find flooring and walls, which I like. It's going to be like an underground market, underground district sort of build. And I think it's going to be really nice to use a few different types of stone, especially just stone, granite, and andesite. And I'm trying to puzzle together which blocks, which stones that I would like to see in that. There's also this opportunity for us to just go normal polished andesite, but I think it's a bit bland and boring. We've also got cracked andesite, which I think, like, the block itself looks nice. I just don't know how well it will work with other blocks. Anyway, I think I'm gonna settle on the andesite road for now. Is there also a granite road? There is. Right. I will just do this. How will this look? I think it might look absolutely dreadful. There's only one way to find out, and I know I could have just used it upstairs. But I want to see it when it's actually in, like, in the area where we're going to be using it. Okay, yeah, that's the traveler. That's the one. That's a trader. Thought it was a zombie spawn in there, but anyway. Let's just mine out in like a 3x3 area. The granite doesn't really match it. And I have tough, right? I have tough in my cube. Yes, I do. Right. Let's move back up. I also have this little shortcut that I can use. So yes, it's an underground city. If you are new to the stream, welcome. If you want to leave something in chat, then please do so. Is the audio okay? Is the video okay? That's something I really like to know. Ah shit, this one doesn't have a road. That is a bit of a shame. But is there a way for us to find something that's similar? Tough tiny bricks. I think that is probably a bit too small. Like it's too close to each other. This could work. Yeah, let's do this real quick. Because I think the color scheme of the tough could be a bit... It could be a bit less... How do you say this? Like, the difference is less. Although I also need to eat. Right, there we go. No, I don't want to throw you out. There we go. So yeah. For me, it's just important that it looks nice. So let's remove, if you guys think the granite looks good, maybe I also need to switch it up a bit in the middle, right? That's also a possibility. And maybe we have something like this. If I would try this out on a larger surface area now. Right. Also, if you are new to the stream, welcome. Hopefully you do say hi in the chat. We can have a little bit of discussion going, or just a conversation in general. You know what? I'm not a fan. I don't know why, I'm not a fan. I think I much prefer to... It's a bit tough because I don't want it all to just look the same and use these tiles all the way through. I think that's a bit... You know, it's just... that is probably like the only correct terminology. It's But in that, I also want to change it up, but I'm not a fan of the change up that I want to make. It's a bit dumb. This shit. Anyway, before we do anything else, let's just quickly mine out. Here's brilliant trader. Let's just quickly mine out the floor. I think that's a very good starting position. We've had quite a few people coming and going in the stream, so I'm really happy about that. Still, we haven't had anyone chat actually, so that's a bit disappointing, but still. I expected, like, maybe to be streaming for myself all day. Hang on, I need to sneeze. Blimey. But yeah, I expected to kind of stream only for myself all day. So, having a few viewers popping into the stream is actually it's really nice. Anyway, that's not me moaning, by the way. I'd hate to come across that way. Just again, I would be playing Minecraft today pretty much anyway, so why would I not be? I mean, if I stream it, I can at least share my experience with other people and maybe get a bit of discussion going. Be sure to leave a like on the stream as well if you do enjoy it. I'm not going to ask you to subscribe because that is something you need to decide for yourself. I'm not going to be urging you on to do that. If you think I deserve your subscription, I'm sure you're able to decide that for yourself. I'm not going to beg for those kind of things. I assume most of my watchers are probably adults. Maybe there are a few kids, but yeah, trust your own judgments. Me, the idea for this was just kind of to have a little chill stream, have a nice little stream, and do a thing I enjoy and share my passion with some people on the internet. And if you think my build look absolutely shit, then please do tell me. Chances are I'm not going to do anything with it, but it's just, you know, nice to have a bit of feedback on a few things. Anyway, we are close to done with excavating the floor area. And it's time to decide what we are going to be doing. Are we going to be using... You know what I'm gonna do? Because I can sit here and I can dilly-dally about it all day long. I'll just get started. I'm sorry if you do have epilepsy. This might not be the most bestest thing. I know that's not English, but bear with. Might not be the greatest thing for you. So I will try to actually slow down a little bit. I do want to keep my viewers in mind. I am when I am doing things. Yeah. One of the things that I've really noticed in society lately, and maybe this is not what you want to hear, say it anyway. Really important to keep the discussion about this healthy. Why is society so incredibly goddamn polarized at this point in time? Right, it's incredible to me how society right now is basically, it's either or. Like, there is so little room for healthy, constructive discussions, and it kind of saddens me, really. I think there is a lot of beauty. Society still, don't get me wrong. But I think we all need to be a bit kinder towards each other. Regardless of the political spectrum you're on. I don't see why people can't just be a bit nicer in general. Anyway, that is the ramblings of a 25-year-old person on the interweb. Yeah, there's so much demise and death and shit in the world, really. I always like to say, be the change you want to see. So hopefully that is what I'm able to bring. And I don't want to have any bots on my videos where I go like, oh, you always brighten up my day. Right, because fuck those. Anyways, we're getting a bit sidetracked. Let's get back to building. So yeah, for me, like, I had this big idea when I went over to start building this project. I had this huge idea of gonna be brilliant and gonna be the best thing that I've ever made. And to some degree, I still do believe that this has the potential to be. But I'm also very aware of the fact that I rarely finish projects. I really want to change that by actually finishing a project for once, right? And I don't know. I've also noticed that there is no torch over there. This one over there. But what I've always really enjoyed in Minecraft is the ability to just play the game at your own pace. Christ, I'm almost yawning, but it is pretty much the perfect sandbox game for this. That makes sense? Like, just imagine you come home from a day of hard work. You've been having a long shift. You get home, you boot up Minecraft, and you're just able to, I don't know. You're able to just play this game. Right? And I think it's really nice that there is a chance, like, regardless of what you think of the creator, because that's not really relevant to this discussion. I think Minecraft is one of those timeless games where just, because the formula is so universal and just, like, anyone is able to pick up Minecraft. Like even your grandpa, probably. Because it's that simple. And I mean that in like with the most respect I can possibly give it. Because it's really difficult to create a game that is so simple to pick up for most people. Right? But also remain in the mainstream for as long as Minecraft has. It's incredible. Minecraft has had incredible longevity. Or what actually just started out as like a student building a sick project, right? And I might be underselling it a little bit like that, but Minecraft's societal impact is, quite frankly, pretty much unrivaled in my opinion. Just the concept of you go into a server, right? Or you go into a world, you start up a world, and you punch down a tree, you make a wooden pickaxe or a wooden axe, you progress, you build stuff, even in creative. Like, Minecraft caters to a lot of people. Basically, because it is so simple. And, yeah, I think that's also why people keep coming back to it. And I think that is why, well, it's been relevant in mainstream society for such a long time. Again, that is rambling on a little bit again. At the end of the day, I just enjoy playing Minecraft, and I hope the people who tune into this stream and hang around for the stream enjoy playing Minecraft as much as I do. Do we have a bats now? Oh, no, that's just a sound outside. Gary plays outside. Anyway, enough about that. I like how the floor is coming along right now. I also purposefully kept the title like a bit vague, in a way. Because the moment I feel like a title just gives everything away, it kind of... It doesn't really like trigger my curiosity. It's like, oh yeah, okay, well... Plus, this also gives me the flexibility to do a bit of everything during a stream. Not like necessarily only building or, well, playing survival or, you know, the typical stuff. What do I miss? I miss a lot of granite over in this side, so I might need to get back up and start making some more granite road. I've liked the granite a bit more now than I thought I would, so I'm happy with that. So let me pick up some more stone road. We've got 9 views on the stream. Not a lot of concurrent viewers all the time, but still. I think that is pretty respectable for the first stream in God knows how long. So yeah, I'm quite happy with that. Let's make some more roads. I'm sorry if the clicking of my keyboard, if you are watching the stream and there is a lot of clicking of my keyboard, then please let me know, because I will try and fix that for the next stream. Yeah, just in general, I want to get back into streaming a bit more on the regular, play some more Minecraft. For now, I'm pretty much free on Mondays and on Tuesdays. I will hopefully look to, well, get back into streaming Minecraft a little bit. I'm, yeah, just curious to see how that all will go. As I said, I'm lacking a bit of granite over there. Ow. That was me in the fire, not the brightest idea. But yes, hopefully this rebuilt Whitwallow city will actually, it will be a city that the dwarves will actually like again. Again, the apocalypse wiped them out. And the Dwarven were really known for their intellect, for their mechanical knowledge, and mechanical ingenuity. But all that knowledge was wiped away when the apocalypse came. Let me also get back upstairs, and I'm going to make some tuff still. Because I do think we could use a bit more tuff as well. Open up the cube. Here is some tuff. There we go. We have to craft it back into bricks. Also, if you are watching the stream, let me know if the audio and everything else is okay. Maybe the audio is too loud. If it is too silent, let me know. And I will hope... Oh wait, let's do small instead, because... There we go. And I will hopefully look to fix that in the... Well, in the time between today and the next streams. Right. Hopefully, once this floor is done, we can actually start building the market. And for the market, I'm looking at... I'm a bit torn if I should be making the market out of stone, or if I should be using maybe like a different material, like, I don't know, wood. Because I think it would also, if you would use wood over on like a caving structure, I think that also breaks up the monotony of the stone really well. So I'm kind of torn, but I think now that I've said it out loud, I know my answer. Right. We have 3 concurrent viewers. Welcome to the stream. Hopefully your days have been really good. For me, the day is only 11 hours old. But if yours has been really long, I hope you've had a fantastic day. And yeah, you're really happy. Welcome to the stream. Yeah, hopefully you guys are gonna be able to have a fun time whilst watching this. I know that I can yap on for a long time. Sometimes I just wish I could shut up. I need to drink a bit more. But yeah. This microphone arm is really not handy when you're drinking. Because the bottle almost immediately like touches it, and it's a bit uncomfortable, but yeah. Streamer problems, eh? Anyway. I think now I've also got this nifty tool called a building gadget, which if I shift right click on a block, it will fill up the gaps with this block, and it will actually pull them from my inventory, which I think works really well. That way I can still keep the survival element to it, but also it will actually make building not as carpal tunnel syndrome-y. Anyway. Let's fill up all of the areas in between. And I noticed that I am I'm running a bit short, so I have to go back upstairs. That's sad. Let's get a bit of an upside view. I think I'd like some more tuff. And a bit more stone. So tuff and stone, I believe. I think if we manage to put that in, it will actually look... It will start to look really well. Really well? Is that English? No, probably not. We'll start looking really good. So, let's see. Let's open up the cube again. Here it is. Let's collect 1 stone and 1 stack of tuff. And maybe just a stack of andesite, just to make sure that I'm not short on it. Anyway. Why is that deep plate? I thought I took tuff out. There we go. So for tuff we're going to go small. There we go. And for andesite we're going to go for a road. Same for stone. Push. Hey, we've cracked 10 views on the stream, so that's nice. More than I expected. Quick runner in from Ham. I think for like this area still, like the staircase area, I still want to have that in the same block style as this, so the flat, smooth stone tiles. I think that will look quite good. That said, I'm also maybe yapping a bit. That's okay, I think. Anyway, let's go for an andesite road. Push. Wash. A bit here. A bit there. Let's see, do I have stone road in here? Oops. Some stone road to break it up. Do I have enough granite over here? I think I don't. So what I might be doing now is actually... I really don't like the fact that I have to go all the way up all the time. So let's see. A mason table. Right, 3 bricks, 2 iron, and a few logs. So I want to have a mason table down there so I can just, instead of having to go up like an idiot all the time, I'll just be able to make the blocks downstairs. I'm almost like a goldfish. I need to get out some logs. 1, 2, 3. 2 iron ingots. It was 3 bricks, I think. Right. Let's get out a few emeralds. And let's head back to Agraria so we can talk to the mason over there. And so that way we can actually get some bricks on our hands. Let's speak to Rowan. Go for 2.5 stacks. And then we just take this back to Whitwallow. How is our mason table looking? We still need a crafting table, which I kind of forgot. Oh wait, yeah, this is only 4 bricks. Yeah, we know that's enough. There we go. And we will add this recipe. There we go. That's a mason table in our inventory. We're gonna go all the way back down. I'll place it over there. And hopefully that will sort us out for the time being. That way we will not have to go all the way up, all the way down. Saves us just a lot of transportation. In my opinion, a bit of unnecessary transportation. Let's also place the bricks back there. And this way we will just extract a few granites from our cube. Go for our road. There we go. Go into the building gadget. Have it break it up a little bit. Also, let's go for the andesite road. And I want some small tough bricks. Let's place them in between here. So that it kind of, again, it kind of breaks it up. Almost. So basically, right, the idea then is these dwarves, the person who's building this, me in this case, is rebuilding the city from the materials they found when excavating the city. And essentially, this city has a lot of andesite, a lot of granite, a lot of copper. And because of that, the city's aesthetics are mostly based on those blocks. I think that's really cool world building. I also recognize that it's not perhaps the most played style of Minecraft, which is fine. It's just a style that I like to play. And I don't expect anyone else to play that. Yeah, for me, it's just a way to... Do you guys kind of recognize that you have a lot of stories in your head that you like to tell? Or you can sometimes you can go really deep into a certain topic and explore it. And just think about it. To me, like, a Minecraft server is exactly that. It's a way for me to kind of think of my own story to... See, oh, that works. Brilliant. It's a way for me to think about my own story, to use my own imagination in a server or in a world. And usually, like, you can find other stories, right? You can find, I don't know, MMORPGs. You can find really good single-player games, like single-player story games. But I don't know, sometimes I just like to build and create my own world with its own problems, its own societal structures, its own history, its own... Yeah, I think you get the point by now. But that's what I really like about a game like Minecraft is you have so much freedom and creativity in the way you set up your world is. I think that's brilliant. I'm going to open my window real quick. Get some fresh air in. So now that we've got the basics of our floor lined out, I am kind of contemplating, do I go for the walls immediately? Or do I break it up now and start working on some market stalls? I think it would be really cool if, like, for example, this area of Whitwallow, given we have like the water tower down there, that could maybe pass through and maybe into like a sort of aquarium vibe over here, where you can see, the idea is also like to have steam engines, right? And with steam engines, the really cool thing about them is they will provide power and kinetic energy to the whole city. So I think it will be really cool if, like, the steam tank concept is carried through. That said, I still need to learn a bit more about Create, so before we're actually able to do that, I'm gonna have to learn a little bit. But I think that would be a really cool, like, concept. Hang on, it's warning me about the audio. Am I still, like, do you still hear me? Hang on. Okay, the audio stream bitrate is lower than recommended bitrate. 128 kilobyte per second. Right, let me go into OBS real quick. I'm so sorry. This is the thing. I started streaming again today, and these are the sorts of issues that I kind of expected to run into. It's not fun. But I think I need to sort it out first. I'm so sorry. I can't. I need to stop the stream, which I'm not interested in doing. So I will just keep plowing along. If the audio is really poor, then please do let me know in chat. One of the things that is really important to me during a stream is to actually provide good audio and good video quality, as I think that is really important in order to I don't know why I'm running in this hallway. I need to process a few things, I think. But yeah, that's very important to me. Anyway, let's open up the cube. Let's put this back in. And in a cave, everything is really dark. And I think what could be really fun is how would a color like the bamboo plank, how would that fit in? Because it is in a savanna biome, and a savanna biome is acacia. But I also think acacia, it looks too close to either the granite or the copper. And I think that wouldn't break it up at all. I think bamboo is also a bit too yellow. But yeah, my pickaxe is really cool because it works the same. It works with the same efficiency on wood as it does on stone, which is really, really nice in my opinion. But I'm gonna put both of them back. I do want to go for a bit of a lighter solid wood. Would birch unironically be a good? I think that's also still a bit too light. Am I just going to be a basic bitch and go for oak or spruce again? I hope not. How does that look? It's a bit more grayish. I think palm looks good because it looks like it's underground, right? It doesn't have the sunlight, so it doesn't have pigment. But it's not yellow or too orange. So I think if I'm gonna go for anything, I think I might as well go for palm. And we can break that palm, we can break that up with a bit of darker wood, right? Because it's being rebuilt. So there could also be a very cool, like, lore or in-game universe explanation that, like, Agraria delivered a lot of wood to the builders of Whitwallow. I think that could be a really cool way to kind of do world building. Let me know in chat if that is something you can get on board with. For now, though, in order to make a market stall, I want it to also feel a bit heavy. So, do I use a stone base for that? Or do I use nether? How does this look in combination with each other? Say I use nether with like palm on top of this. I think that could work. I think this could work really well, actually. Now that I look at it this way. Let's have a look. Because I want to actually, if I'm gonna do this, I want to have sort of a pillar kind of idea about it. No, wait, that looks way too grungy in my opinion. Let's have a look. I think this could be really funny. Like an unamused nether brick. So say you enter it over here. My concurrent viewers has just dropped to 0, which is interesting. Yeah. It seems someone has subscribed from this though, which is really nice. It's really cool. So we're now at 240 subscribers, which is really, really sweet. That's amazing. Thank you. I'm gonna see if I've missed anything on Discord. Ah, it doesn't look like it. Okay, brilliant. Yeah, let's go back into Minecraft. Anyway. As for the palm planks, do I have sticks in my cube? No. One of the things I need to kind of do is be better at inventory management. Because I'm absolutely diabolical at that. Let's see. I don't need a hoe over here. Probably don't need a shovel. The axe. I have my pickaxe. Don't need this. Don't need this. Right. When I go into my cube, I don't need ender pearls here. Bookshelves. I can. This can stay in. All dust. I'm gonna go back up. And I'm gonna put a lot of the ore into my smelting chest. Hang on, let's go all the way up here. Push. I'm also closing in on 2 hours streamed already, which is genuinely more than I expected to stream, to be honest. I thought maybe like an hour or so. Yeah, I'm quite proud of the duration of the stream so far. And if you do like the stream, be sure to leave it a like. I'm not going to urge you to subscribe. I think if you're watching, you're an adult and you are plenty capable of making those decisions for yourself. I hate it when YouTubers say, don't forget to subscribe. No, I'll subscribe to you if I think you deserve my subscription. And that is how I feel about that topic as well. Right, I'm currently emptying out my cube a bit because I have got a silly amount of ore in this again. I'm going to be putting my zinc back in. There we go. Gold as well. Nickel. This is some inventory management. Because I usually suck at this and I need to get better at it. Antimony. What else was there? There was some more lead. Oops. Some more osmium. I'm sorry, this is probably not very fun viewing. I will be right back to building, don't worry. I also want to dump some more copper. Because we've got a shite load of copper as well. And we're probably going to be needing it a lot, so I just want to have it smelted out. Before we... Before we get that far. Pardon my French, by the way. I do like to wear as like a sailor. Which is something that YouTube doesn't particularly like. But that said, YouTube doesn't like other things, and I'm not that big. That said, I only started streaming again this morning for the first time in probably about 8 or 9 years. So it's a bit of a game to see what exactly works and what exactly won't work. But now I'm having tremendous fun. I'm just playing Minecraft. I'm talking basically what's on my mind. Yeah. I'm just basically a yap session with a gameplay behind it of Minecraft. There we go. That's all the copper in. Now that said, we have a bit of space here again. As for the palm, oh yeah, I wanted to get sticks, so that's why I went up in the first place. Oh, sticks. There we go. Do I also take some copper blocks? If I do, I will take waxed copper blocks. Because I need to make fences. Yeah, this will work. Brilliant. Right. Let's go all the way back down. And we're going to be starting on the market stall right now. So, hopefully no mobs have spawned down here. Don't look like it. That's brilliant. Right. Let's make a palm stair. Or palm fence, I'm sorry. I do want to make 48 of these. And 40 of those, just to switch it up a little bit. As for the netherrack, oh yeah, I need to. I never work with netherrack, so that's why I'm not used to the building recipes. Yes, I need to polish that. Yeah, okay. So, there we go. Hopefully... Ah, no. This doesn't work. Alright. Still, I need to make a stone cutter then. Which is... Yeah, it's an ingot and 3 stones. I should have that in my cube. 1, 2, 3. And an ingot. Put that back in there. Huh? Huh? I need to make some nether bricks for that first? What? Oh yeah, now it's nether of... I'm such an idiot. I'm so sorry. Right. Bloody hell. If I could just learn how to read, that would be brilliant. But it should, right? It should now. Ah, whatever. I wanted to use unamused nether bricks. And I think, again, we're going to start building the market stalls now. If you walk down here, I think, just having one over here. 2, 3, 4, 5. Like this. Is this too small? I think this could be a pretty decent size to work with. I think this is something like could see work. And then you have like a small little pathway over here. Over to your next one. So, what's going to be the lore reason behind the unamused nether? Basically, probably something like the rebuilders of the world. So my mate and myself, we went into the nether, found a really cool brick, brought it back, and the dwarves, or like the look really ugly. Don't mind it for now. And then the builders of Whitwallow kind of went, "Oh, Shag, that looks really cool," and they just kind of took it over. It's not the most creative lore reason per se, but it's a reason. Yeah, I think that's probably not the strongest one, but it is one. Either way. Having said that, I'm curious as to how this now looks. And if we add build the stairs. Oops. There we go. Pick that up. I think this could work. And then we just change it up a little bit by maybe not only using palm. Actually, I think that could be really cool if, again, because it is in a savanna biome, so there is a bit of acacia. Oops. So there is a bit of acacia, and basically the market stalls themselves have the opportunity to, well, use different types of wood. You could even, ooh, that could be cool. Have to gather some materials for that. But some of the stalls might even use stuff like cherry, because Agraria obviously has some cherry trees. It has sakura trees. I should have some sakura. No, that's mangrove. Again, very cool color palette as well. But we could use mangrove. We could use a bit of oak. We could use willow because that's green. So you could have a lot of like various like market stall colors, and they all kind of blend in, like they don't blend into each other, but they all kind of show, well, we do different things. Maybe the one with the green is actually responsible for vegetables, right? And the one with I don't know, red is responsible for meat, and the one with the more lighter colors is responsible for dyes. I don't know. Wait, we could have a market stall where the dye guy is actually it has a lot of different colors of wood, and maybe some wool at it. I think that could be a really cool thing to do. I always have this kind of thought process, and that's what makes building really fun, but at the same time it also makes building really exhausting, because you just have so many ideas that you just don't know what to do with those ideas, which is a bit shit sometimes, but it also makes me do really cool things as well. So it's kind of like a hidden superpower in a way, but it's not really a superpower. So let me just gather up a lot of logs. Some more palm over here. What else have we got here? I'm not sure about the archwood. And maybe like the mason, the bricklayer. It has got a brick fence or whatever. This is the thing, I'm now struggling to kind of make a choice. Let's head back to the buddy bunker, let's head back to the big storage, and see what exactly we can find over there. As we should still have a lot of things in our storage over here. Got some cherry logs, some redwood. Jacaranda, no idea what that is, but it sounds fun. I don't know what that looks like when turned into planks and the swords. But let's head back to Whitwallow. Let's have a little gander. Let's see what we can conjure up, basically. We had a moment there where we had 3 concurrent viewers for quite a long time, which is really nice. Again, I'm not doing this for the views, it's more just... It kind of tells me that I'm doing something alright. Yeah. Again, I'm not in this for the views. It's whatever to me. But it just makes me feel a bit better when I see the numbers go up. Spoken like a true MMO player right there. Which I'm not playing right now, quite amusingly. Right, let's put all the planks back in there. Do we have sticks as well? We do not. Okay. This is the thing in like building in survival is the grind can get pretty lengthy, I would say. I also need to make some new graphics for my channel. I also need to make like a pause card when I don't do the loo or anything else really. Yeah. Speaking of, actually, I do need to go to the loo, so I will be right back. Yeah. Hey there. Oh wait, no, I did the meme wrong. Hello there. It. Anyway, let me put my stream back on. There we go. Just so I can look on my phone as well for like analytics and stuff. That said, let's head back into Minecraft. For those of you who might be wondering, what I was on the toilet. I did wash my hands. Yes, I did. Right. Let's get started, shall we? Let's get some oak planks. 2 stacks, in fact. Get a holy log. What else do we do? I was looking into. I was actually looking for sticks, but this is all right. We can make it work. Let's head all the way back down. That is the thing. If you're doing like underground builds, it's that it is it can be quite difficult because you basically have to do a lot of inventory management. Go to a chest. You have to, well, do whatever. And sometimes it does get a bit tiresome because you have to just. It feels like you have to walk a lot without actually getting a reward for it. Anyway, that is me being a bit moany. Yeah. We have some sticks. So we have jacaranda planks. And I basically want to turn those into 40 stairs. And another 16. 56 of those, which means we can build about 2 market stalls with these. That said, let's see how this looks. I think it can be like a bit more like, I don't know, clothing or whatever, like a clothing stall. And I also want to do it like this. So we have a few fences. Again, I'm just checking out if a few different polymer materials would actually look nice. There is another wandering trader over here. What are you doing here, Shag? You still have useless trades? Yeah, you still have useless trades. Not a big fan of you so far, Senor Trader. Anyway. Yeah, I think that looks good. I will also take my wooden axe. And this is... Let's do this. Chipped, flat, smooth stone tiles. Just so I can cut this in advance. Basically, I'm just trying to make this look a bit more pretty. There we go. I don't consider this cheating, as I do have the materials and I can just bin them in the lava. Not a big deal. But I don't want to go upstairs again and, you know, get them out, and just this makes it look like a bit more naturally flowing. Also gives me a way to see if this actually like flows over into each other pretty nicely. Because if it doesn't, then that's obviously not okay. And I would have to change it. So I think that looks good. For now, let's go. Is this too tall for a market stall? Let's just let's give it a go. There, that's pretty high again. 1, 2, 1, 2, 4. Right. I think that's a pretty good height. Let's take our lanterns and let's place one over here. Do I go for the pretty backside? I'm gonna wait with the backside for a little bit because I'm not sure how that will actually look once it's finished. 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. I'm seeing that we have a second concurrent viewer. Welcome to the stream. If you want to say hi in chat, feel free to do so. Hopefully you are having a wonderful day. And if your day isn't that good, hopefully we can make it a bit better. Let's see. I also want to switch up the base a little bit because we're now using these unused nether bricks. And I think they are quite funny. But I also don't want to use the same bricks all the time. So that is 1, 2, 3. That's here. 3, that's there. I think also for this stall, let's make this stall a little bit bigger. So this stall will have 1, 2, 3, this. And then we can basically just make it a really large, or a larger stall. And let's see what kind of other wood I've got on my chest. Maybe we use cherry for this. Yeah, I think we can use cherry stairs and planks for this. Have it look a bit nice. Right, and for this, I didn't really plan this out too well, didn't I? I need more cherry planks, I think. Yeah, I do. Right, time to get those out. Wash, and let's balance them out. We've now got 30 fences, which I think will be enough. So let's start by doing this. I think the polished netherrack looks good. I think it's a very nice natural breakup of the harsher colors. I think that's a good call. Right, and I've spoken a bit about this as well. But I think it will be quite cool if maybe I'm being sidetracked a bit again, which surprise, surprise. Hang on a minute. I need to gather my thoughts for a little bit. Because obviously over here we still we've not really excavated a lot. I think it could be really, really cool if like some sort of natural flowing water stream could go down here. I'm saying natural, you guys know what I mean, probably. If you don't, then alright, fair enough. No, wait. We already had torches in our inventory. Let's see. See? Right. This is good news. 1, 2, 3. And let's just use copper for this. Why not? Is essentially the reason. So we'll mine out over here. That was almost too perfect. There we go. Let's also mine out all this lignite coal. For the first time, when I saw it for the first time, I thought it was actually ligma coal, which I thought was kind of funny, but also highly unlikely. Tried to read it again, but it was when I first made this server, it was quite a funny little thing. My mate actually also read it as ligma. But yeah, that was just a funny little gag, really. And then we could also maybe use this. Ah, I realize where those came from now. They were from right over here. Let's put those back in. And let's just imagine that it's all naturally from over there. So I'm going back. I should have some buckets in here. I don't. So that means I need to go get myself some buckets in one of the chests. Plenty of water already. Brilliant. Yeah, I'm going 2 hours and 15 minutes at this moment, which I think is good. Yeah, I think that's really good actually. That said, I really need to make like a lake here or something. A well. That's 6. Right. Hopefully the Minecraft audio. I need to watch the stream myself when I finish it, so I can just check out if everything is okay and you know the audio is fine, the balancing and the tuning is good, and just kind of basic things that I really now wish that I would have tested beforehand. But well. No use crying about spilled milk, is it? Right. Why am I doing this? I'm going down here. Right, let's eat a bit. And that is a well. Cool. Minecraft is such a silly game in that regard. It's just silly. I like it. Like you have 4 buckets of water, and suddenly you're able to like, I don't know, like make an entirely new like source of it. That is so silly and I love it. Right, there we go. Water is coming up a bit further ahead now. Okay. Anyway, time to get some more water. I don't know, where did I make my lake? Yeah, it was all the way back there. Fair enough. Cool. Cool. Right. It's probably about time to get an Eldritch Horror sound really soon. I've always wondered this, right? Is it possible for me to... Yeah, no, that's impossible. I thought so. Anyway. Yeah, we've got 16 views on the stream so far, and I think that is, what was that sound? Well, it sounded like, I don't know, like Duolingo sound. Right, but the water is acting really weird, or is that just... I don't know. Anyway. I think we have to go for a few more water runs. Once I, well, there's also another way we can do this. I need my stone for that, though. And for that, I will do it like this and like this. Wash. Wash. Ah. Bombaklapt. That wasn't the intended purpose. Right. Let's undo that then. Right, yeah, this is a bit shit. I would have hoped they could... water physics in Minecraft are really weird. I don't know why, but it just is. Anyway. Yeah, we're closing up in 2.5 hours now, which is it's quite a long time. Oh, it was Discord. Wordle. That's what I hear. That's what I heard. Ah, fair enough. Right. I like how my plan was to make a market stall, and pretty much none of that. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 lots over here. Right. So this is kind of how it will look. A bit lower down, maybe. Right, so yeah, maybe, I don't know. It could look shit. It might look really good. I'm not sure. Something we'll have to figure out at some point. Yeah. It is what it is for now. That's probably horrible English, and some of you guys' ears are probably bleeding out, but really give a shit. Maybe guy's ears are probably bleeding out by listening to me in the first place, so... It is what it is, isn't it? Anyway. Let's not be so negative. And I'm gonna need more fences. Luckily, you know what? I might just steal a waystone from somewhere. Actually, I don't even need to steal one. I think it was down here. There we go. That's a waystone. Just to be able to make like a quick mode of transportation between the underground and the above ground, I suppose. Why? Because I'm lazy. And if you're not lazy... Oh, yeah. I just like being lazy. The Whitwallow Market. All the way at the back, probably. Yes, it is. Oh, fuck. That was not my intended destination. Whew, it's an ancient city. Let's not do that right now. Shall we? Yeah, you get to look at all of the beautiful randomly generated names for the towns and cities in Minecraft. Hey? Time to move this all the way up. And this is actually my favorite pastime. So why is the bell being tolled? This is probably the dullest moment in a live stream that you've ever seen. And I am truly sorry and I apologize. It is one of the dullest moments of gameplay I've ever had as well, so... There the bell is again, why? Come on. There we go. Whitwallow Market. Perfect. So we needed some cherry. I think I have some cherry left over here. One singular plank. Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. Gosh dang it. Alright. Well then. Then I do still... Oh, for Christ's sake, I left my axe. I'm such a mess sometimes. Amazing. Where did I put it? Look, I am such an awfully chaotic person when it comes to sorting and organizing. I am absolutely diabolical at that. And I am so sorry. I wanted to get some cherry planks. Come on, lads. Right, so hopefully it's in this chest over here. Or this one. Yes, here it is. Brilliant. Right, we can go back to the buddy bunker. We can get a few cherry saplings set up. Get on the broom. And we can hopefully start cutting them down really quickly. So that we can actually start to see some of the progress. Can I have you? Come on. There we go. Oh, amazing. Things aren't going really well for me today in this regard. Anyway, shit happens. Let's get these put back together. Let's get the cube up and running again. And hopefully this attempt will go a bit better. I forgot that I have the chainsaw enchantment on my axe, which basically chops it down automatically for me. Sometimes we all have one of those days where everything goes a bit slowly. And today's one of those days for me. That doesn't mean that I haven't had a good day. And hopefully, if you are watching the stream, you're having a good day as well. Currently, we're gathering materials in order to build our underground city. Let's see, that is... I think that's enough logs. Let's get the saplings back up into the chest. There we go. Should be enough logs. Oops. There we go. So let's head back to the Whitwallow Market. Get them logs and sticks sorted in our chest. Right there. I'm gonna keep one stack of the logs in. That said, we do need at least a stack of sticks. Get them up there. And that is 53 stairs. I think that's enough. If it isn't, we'll have to figure out a way to manage. I think it's enough. I don't think it'll be problematic. I just wasn't going to cut it with the original amount. So, that said, if you want to know why my reach is a bit longer as well, I've got the pocket piston, which is a slot for the hands. Grants the relic bearer's hand the strength of mechanisms. Increases knockback in melee. And the maximum interaction range with the world. So that means I reach for longer, basically. Like a further distance. Yeah. Having said that, let's install some lanterns. So I think in this market stall, it's okay to place a few more. I think this gap is quite claustrophobic, but I think that is also you're underground, right? And underground, it is a bit claustrophobic in a weird sense. So I don't think it's too big of a deal. I might have to reevaluate this at a later date, though. So yeah, we'll have to figure that out. Also, let me open up my notepad because I have a command set. I'm going to be using World Edit for a little bit. Let's see, where is my wooden axe? Here it is. That is point number 1. Point number 2 is right over there. So let's change the roof over back to copper. Because that is basically what the roof of the entire Whitwallow area looks like. There we go. So the roof looks like the style that we're going to be going for now. which is good. Right. Again, 2.5 hours now. That is fair enough. I think that's one of my longest streams that I've ever done. I think my longest one is at like 3.5 hours. Such a long time ago, man. Right. I also want to... What do I want to do? I've got 3 stalls now. They're far from finished. I need to find some wool as well so we can pop it off on the top layer. Get some trapdoors in so that we can have like they will actually like shut down. Like we have in Agraria. That said, should I start using, or should I start making the walls pretty? Or do I build out the skeletons for a few more markets? Because I think it's also nice if there's like an area where... Oh, good job, llama. Like an area where the villagers can actually chill out together, like hang out together. So I think I'm just going to use these fences as a guide for now. We got this market. Maybe there's like a food vendor over here. Right, and then you've got like an area about this size. I'm just thinking out loud now, okay, guys? We've got an area maybe like this size, which is like a. Actually, let's remove these and let's make it square. And this is like an area where like it's like a terrace where people can go and sit and enjoy their food together. And maybe we could even make a thing where some of the vendors are actually from within the wall, so that you have like a few shops here. Let's mine the coal because I'm a resource-heavy hog. There we go. But then, yeah, there's like a food stall and villagers can come and work here, and no, it's gonna be one of those underground solutions to a problem, I suppose. Could be fun lore-wise as well. I think we need to mine one where deeper. That said, I'm now mining out a whole pocket. There we go. Because again, I'm a greedy hog when it comes to resources. And in terms of mechanism, I've said this in the stream a few times as well before. Mechanism is a really hungry mod in terms of your resources. So it doesn't hurt to have them a bit in reserve, I suppose. Ooh, we've got some lag. Okay, now it's gone. Good. Oops. There we go. Having said that, I think we can confidently do this. Oops, that's one too far. Yeah, we can quite confidently do this, and right, I'm not gonna bother with that. So this way we can have it over there. Do we go for a 5th one so that they're like fully into the wall? Problems. I think I do. Unless there's like a cave or something back here. Which there isn't. That's good. So this way, we can do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And we have 3 in the middle. That way people can order from over here and from over here. I think I like this. Then we put one of them there, one of them there, there, and oops, there we go. As for the fences, I think over here we can use our a more green tone to indicate that food is being sold over there. Let's use this chest as well. Let's stash some of the items over there. I notice I'm using the word there quite a lot, which I need to tone down a little bit. Let's head over to Agraria. Let's gather up some of the witch hazel stairs and the slabs, because I think that can look really nice in combination with a food stand. Yeah, just a thought I'm having. If it looks awful, we'll change it. If it looks good, we'll keep it. It's quite as simple as that. Right, because now you've got this highlights food. That highlights maybe some building materials. This highlights maybe some meat or, you know, chicken. Over there you can have your clothing or your decoration stall. I think that's the sort of theme we can go with quite confidently. It's just a way of also figuring out if it works lore-wise, because I said it before in my stream, I'm a big fan of having a lore in your Minecraft world. Just, I don't know, it kind of fleshes the world out in a way that you can do with environmental storytelling, don't get me wrong. But having the ability to use... I need to figure out my words here, but with lore, you can be a bit more creative. You can have a bit more freedom, I feel, in what exactly it is you like to do. What it is you like to convey to an audience. And I think for me, that is where a lot of the charm in Minecraft comes from. The sandbox element of it. Right, I feel like I'm rambling a little bit. Not that is a big deal. I will say, if this is your first time to the channel, welcome. I hope so far I've been able to entertain you quite well. It's my first time back from streaming in a long time. I think 8 years ago. So it's all a bit of a learning curve for me as well now. And hopefully I'm doing well enough. That said, we are closing in on almost 3 hours, which is longer than I would have imagined I would have been streaming today. But it doesn't feel like it is that. So maybe I'm doing something right. If you do like the stream, be sure to leave a like. If you want to leave something in chat, please do so. I will do my best to read it as quickly as possible. And hopefully you're having a very good day. Yeah. Whitwallow, for the people who are watching and haven't heard it before, Whitwallow is a city that was built by ancient dwarves. The city got run over by the apocalypse. It got corrupted, turned into an ancient city, which is... Well, we actually have 2 ancient cities on either side of the big build now. And in the world, I and my friend and myself, we are 2 builders, and we are looking to restore the world so that we can better fight off the apocalypse. Very basic premise, perhaps, but I like it. I like the premise. I think it is it's simple. But it also leaves a lot of room for fun little builds, I suppose. And a lot of creativity when it comes to what exactly each village or settlement that you're building, which function they serve in the world. Yeah, I think I'm going for an alternate. Is this too much green? How would it look if I were to use netherite. Netherrack. Not netherite, netherrack. Would that look good? Let's have a look. That looks kind of ominous, but I think I'm a fan, actually. And maybe we can use slabs to decorate it a bit. And then use upside down stairs. So you have both color palettes in your market. I think this works. I think this looks good. I think I'm a fan of this. It might look really simple, but sometimes simple is also a very effective way of carrying over what you want to carry over, I suppose. That said, we will require more polished netherrack, which isn't an issue. I've got plenty of netherrack on me. And I've got the mason table, which basically it's a really nice tool. I think it's from Chipped mod. I think it's very, very cool, very nice mod. Gives you a lot of alternative block types as well. And in general, just a really high quality mod that adds a lot of new blocks that I would definitely check out if you're a builder in Minecraft. That said, let's place the stairs again. And let's switch back over to the slabs. Place them down below. One of the things I am a bit unsure about still is this gap. And this looks ugly. This looks close to hideous even. It just looks out of place, I suppose. That is probably the best way to put it. Also for this. I'm gonna be a bit lazy. Yeah. But again, for these. Now, I think something that could look really nice are the nether trapdoors. Like originally in the game. I don't think there are, but no, there aren't. More trapdoor. Yeah, so that is a bit shit, but right. One of the things is we still have a lot of different types of wood in the chest over here. I'm gonna try something. I always forget the recipe for a trapdoor. Yeah, it's 6 of them, isn't it? Yes. That's 8 trapdoors. That is... Tell you what, that's right on the money. That's right what we need. I'm going to try some cork trapdoors, and I also want to... put them in a stone... Okay, so this is the only type of trapdoor. Usually there's like multiple types. But I think... this looks really good. And we'll only need to put them on the front here. Jesus, that was a really posh accent, I'm so sorry. But we only need to put them on the front here. And just it kind of breaks it up a little bit, right? That said, yeah, I will want this. But I'm not gonna make them from cork. What do I want to do with this? I'm a bit unsure about this. I think once we figure out, like for example for this, right? I have the idea that I want to use polished smooth stone. And I don't carry anything in my cube, so I'm gonna go upstairs. Oh, I have a hiccup. I don't know what you call that in English, actually. I don't have smooth stone? Surely not. Here we go. Right. If I go into mason table, I go for polished. I can craft them all. And essentially the idea that I had for the walls was basically to just carry on using this theme, because I really like it, and I think it's a really, really good theme to work with, right? And then for the Weaver Stone, what you will want to do is, and I know, I'm talking about breaking it up and how it might look monotonous, but I also think there's a charm in having the same wall structure all the way around. Yeah, right, and then I think it just looks brilliant. I think this pattern just, it's kind of got this mix of, at least in my headcanon, the architecture that a dwarven city would use, but it's also got enough of renewed stuff. This is a really poor explanation, and I'm so sorry if it sounds really rambly. It is. I'm very much aware. But yeah, I want it to look like a modern dwarven city, and I think this pattern with the Weaver Stone achieves that. But it also shows a sort of new, how do you say this? How do I convey what I want to say? It also shows this new modern look in a way, and I'm just a really big fan of this. So that's why I'm really a big fan of continuing on with this pattern, and maybe at some point at the lower levels, we will change it up, right? We will maybe use different combinations of stone, but for now, for the buffer layer, I'm really happy with how it looks. Also, I'm noticing my inventory is full, so I will put the gold up there. Also, these stones, they can go, or the wood, I'm sorry, that can go back up there. And I want to continue on farming, or mining the coal that's in here for a little bit. There we go. Do I put anything there? Why not? Don't want any mobs to be spawning in there. Behind my back. So let's put these tiles back there. And for the smooth stone, there we go. Same thing. There we go. Nice, same thing goes over here. Wash. Let's mine out some more. Brilliant. Thanks, Cheers, Gravity. 3. And we've got it straight back from the inventory. More favors being done by gravity over here. Awesome. There we go. Let's place it on some more. There we go. And to highlight it, like 1, 2, 3. So that is up wall over there. 1, 2, 3. Wall over there. For this, I'm just gonna follow this pattern because I think it looks really poor. If yeah, see, so the other side has it as well. I think it would just look really poor. And there it follows again. 4 in the middle. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. There. So then we do this. Way down. We can use our building gadget to select the Weaver stone, and we can just fill it up immediately. Saves us a ton of hassle, and it just works really efficiently. It takes everything from the inventory, so unlike World Edit, which I will largely use to remove blocks, but this actually like grabs it straight from your inventory, and as such, you have to craft it, and it actually costs you some materials, right? So again, unlike World Edit, which is just, it kind of spawns it. This is just, yeah, just it takes it from your inventory. Nothing extraordinarily going on over there. Right. This, let's just, I'm just gonna start mining out the entire wall. That said, it is now really close to 3 hours streamed. And streaming is quite intensive because, well, you're like consistently talking. And I think it's a good thing to also spread it out a bit, because I don't want to have one 6-hour stream or something similar. Have that completely skew up my analytics, because I've been following the YouTube drama for a little bit, and YouTube isn't the best in terms of consistency. But I would rather do a few 3.5 hour streams a week, have some consistent growth, have some consistent analytics, and I'm also a teacher, so for me, my voice is quite important. Yeah. But I think in about 15-20 minutes, I'll start wrapping it up. Hopefully by tomorrow, because I will be playing some Minecraft just either tonight with my friend or anything else. Hopefully tomorrow I'll have made some more progress. I will watch back my own stream. I will have a look or listen, I suppose, as to how the audio is. Again, I really value high audio quality. I think if you are starting YouTube, having consistent and good audio quality is super important. It's more important than having a proper idea, maybe. Because if you have shared audio, people will just immediately click off the video, right? If you have good audio, people will at least stick around for a little bit. And they might still click off the video, but at least, like, the audio is good. I don't know. It's one of those things where I've always thought, yeah, good audio and good video quality is more important than actually having an idea. Because you can figure out your idea later. Audio is something you will need to have. That makes sense. Probably not, but whatever. Point is, do your best. Always. If you do your best, there's still no guarantees, but at least you can tell yourself you've done everything you can. Now, as for the stream, a bit of reflection for me. I'm really happy how today went. I thought this morning, well, let's just start it up. See how it goes. And I think, yeah, I think I'm feeling pretty good about this. I'm happy we've had a few viewers concurrently pop into the stream. I know I say in my description, I'm not doing this for views, and I'm not. But it is a nice little thing to just know that, yeah, people are watching me, if that makes sense. Right, it's just a little feel-good thing. Bit hard to explain, but who knows? Maybe I'm just being a bit daft, a bit rambly. Who knows? I can do that really well. I can yap for a long time. One of my talents. Yeah, that looks really good. Like properly bringing back the idea of, yeah, this is a massive structure and dwarves actually used to live here. Brilliant. That's a really nice bit of world building. I think that is me running out of smooth stone. That is, and it is now 2 hours and 58 minutes. Which I think is nice. Right. Let's quickly walk you through what I've done in terms of the build today. We've added the flooring, we've added the roofing, we've made a little river canal almost go through the wall over here. That we will finish at some point. We've started building our market district within the city of Whitwallow. I've given you a tour of the world so far. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with how today's gone. I think we've managed to do quite a lot. I'm not sure how the post production analytics will go. I'm hoping they will be going well. We've collected about 20 views on the stream, which really surprises me. I thought we would be doing a lot worse. And I think we're quite happy. So, at almost 3 hours on the dot, I want to thank everyone who has tuned in today for watching. If you enjoyed today, please do leave a like on the stream. I will not be asking for a subscription. If you want to subscribe, that is brilliant. If you don't want to, brilliant. You're an adult. I trust you to make your own decisions. I'm not going to be begging for them. And as always, I hope you have a wonderful day. And hopefully I can see you guys in the next live stream. So until then, have a nice day and goodbye.